Man, big shout out to Dana White for his preparedness, his readiness. I mean, hence the reason why he's the CEO of the Ultimate Fighter champion. But as you can see here in this clip that we're going to jump into, Dana White, Mark Cuban, and Chris Cuomo, they have themselves a little tussle, and a lot of deflection is going on. And off the bat, you can tell that this was planned. They were going to ambush Dana White, but he's ready for this. He's the CEO of a combat sport, one of the best combat sports in the world right now. And so they thought they were going to catch him with certain things. But guess what? Dana White was ready because Dana White came with the truth. And when you stand on the truth doesn't need any help. The truth doesn't need any assistance. The truth can go 2v1, 3v1. It doesn't need any ad-libs. And it's just a beautiful sight to see. So let's get to it, man.
To Mark Cuban, you know economics as a businessman, but also in relating it to what you see in the people around you and what you're hearing. What do you believe his argument, how it lands with the voters, Dana?
Well, a lot of the things that I've heard, since I've been on here, this election is about competency. It's about competency. When we were talking about diamond out your boss earlier, this isn't about your boss. This is a world leader. This is the guy, this is the leader of the free world we're talking about here. Trump has already proven he can build a strong economy. He can secure the borders. And he is somebody that allies and adversaries respect. Those are all very important things. She has never, what has she proven? What has she done over the last 4 years? And you cannot make the excuse that she was the vice president and she wasn't in charge of anything. I think that's
very
ridiculous.
Simple question, right?
She's the sitting vice president.
Very simple question. Very simple question.
In the United States right now. She's proven nothing. She's done nothing. I think she's in over her head. She knows she's in over her head, and nobody who is intelligent, like Mark Cuban, Stephen A., or any of these other guys can tell me they truly believe that she is the better candidate.
I'm going to have Mark get in. I'm going to have Mark get in, but Dana, just clarify. Dana, clarify something, and then I'll have Mark.
Here comes Chris Deflection King Cuomo.
And respond if he wants, which I'm sure he does. Dana, can you tell me of a vice president you've ever heard of who did something remarkable on their watch?
Look at the twist. Look at the twist. The question was, what has she done? Where did remarkable, where did super fantastic, fantabulous come from? Who asked that?
Not that they did anything. Let me tell you this. So
go ahead.
Think about this. Right, leading up to the debate, everybody was talking about that he's never been sharper. He's on top of his game. I was just in a meeting with the other day. They do the debate ends, and they figure out he's unfit to run. Right? He's the sitting president of the United States. He's unfit to run. So now they slide her in, right? Nobody voted her there. Nobody voted Kamala Harris. If she went up against other Democrats, she would not be in the position she's in right now. Fact, okay?
Well, it's not a fact.
They slide her in there. Really? How did she do last time? How did she do last time?
She was Biden's running mate, and they got 85 million votes.
Yeah, she was hand chosen. She wasn't selected from other Democratic parties. And Chris, man, amazing job. But thankfully, we were able to see right through this. And Dana White, man, got them together. Mark Cuban comes in. He gets red in the face. We love Mark Cuban. He's a great guy on Shark Tank. But he caught a lot of backlash for a reason.
But I hear you. The process was a problem. Let Mark Cuban get in. Talk to your friend Dana.
Dana, I love you. You're so wrong. Trump, inflation was up 25% over the Obama economy he inherited. Ask him about Yemen, where he decided not to take action and allowed
Yemen
100,000 people to keep on dying in Yemen. Talk to him about his tariffs. What worked with his tariffs? He had 4 years to make tariffs work with China. China kicked his ass. China took him to court, right? Because he didn't know how tariffs work, and it hurt the economy. The economy was rolling along, and it got so hit by the tariffs that his appointment to the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, had to come back in and cut interest rates 3 times. And then we get to the real point of reckoning, the pandemic. And what does he do? He says, if we don't test people...
What does he do? Save the American people?
The viruses didn't really happen. He holds back on resources, except for Vladimir Putin, to keep people from getting healthy.
How emotional does that sound? He holds back resources, except for Vladimir Putin. He sounds like an angry ex-girlfriend at this point. And it's sad because we all love Mark Cuban. But the backlash was warranted. Think about all of the things that Donald Trump has done. Obviously, of course, we all have, right? But simple fact that you think about the American economy pre-coronavirus, the greatest in American history. You think about what he's done for black communities, black businesses, funded and funneled millions of dollars into urban communities, dilapidated, under-resourced communities at that. On top of that, his aggressiveness with the border and getting fentanyl off the streets, knowing what fentanyl is doing to the younger generation. I mean, something's got to be done with it. I don't understand how someone can be a border czar and we have fentanyl showing up in middle schools and high schools all across the nation. It is an unforgiving drug. It's not like the 80s and 90s when crack and cocaine with that epidemic. This is a much more severe epidemic from people who've lived through both generations when we're able to see both of those things introduced to the society. So, I mean, this was nasty work, but shout out to Dana White. He was ready for this, man. He was ready for this. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe, bro. We appreciate y'all.